Dear friends, in this episode, I share with you the meaning of the procreation and education of children in marriage. Canon 1055, paragraph 1 of the Latin Code says that the procreation and education of the children is another important purposes of marriage. The intimate interpersonal relationship of husband and wife is itself ordained towards the reception of offspring in a human fashion and towards its education. It is technically called bonum prolis, that is, good of the child. It is an essential component of the partnership of the whole of life, and it consists in procreation and education of the children. These two elements are essentially united. In the first place, the spouses are to be open to procreation. Once the child is conceived, the parents must preserve it through birth and nurture it through their love. Procreation involves more than the physical or biological dimension of the sexual relationship. Procreation is a process, which is completed by nature and is dependent on the total union of the man and woman in an ongoing love relationship. This purpose of marriage thus, in the first place, recognizes right and obligation to conjugal acts, which are naturally open to the generation of offspring. Secondly, the good of the offspring implies that it is not sufficient to give right to conjugal acts open to procreation, but it is also necessary to preserve the child from the moment of its conception. Thirdly, the good of the offspring is not to be restricted only to its physical well-being, but should also encompass the moral and spiritual welfare of the child. For, a child is not merely a biological and physical entity, but a person with profoundly moral and spiritual dimensions. The wholesome education of the child ought to comprise these aspects. When this right to wholesome education of the child is denied, for whatever reason, the right to the good of offspring itself should be regarded having been denied. Therefore, the term education is not to be merely understood as formal academic education. It means the total human development of the child inasmuch as it is a person. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, Canon Law Explained, for more videos.